How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews. Back with a little bit of Fox Farm up in this piece, courtesy of my boy Steven, in the form of their Allora. I think I might have got that right. Yeah, Steven sends off a box every now and then. And this would be the lone farm in that jammer, or lone Fox Farm, I should say, in that jammer. And I'm pumped because Fox Farm is kind of the shit. So, yeah, we're just going to dive into this, see what's going on. Every time I do a Fox Farm beer, everybody gets all pissed off and angry because they're like, please, please, please stop telling people how good Fox Farm is. It's not hard to get beer there. You go there, you get beer, you leave. We don't want it to become like a place where people just kind of line up and get beers. Sorry, man. That's what I do. I'm pooping on your parade. Such as like, I'm really going to affect the lines at fucking breweries and shit. Anyway, not that hazy. I mean, it's a hazy beer in the grand scheme of things, but it has this kind of soft, kind of old school, kind of New England style haze. So at the Headies of the world, the kind of Sips of the world, that kind of haze going on. It's 6.4%. Just says Citro Mosaic on it. And yeah, it's got a nice, tight, compact white head on it. Not too huge and just looks drinkable. Yeah. Let's see if we can get a nose on this sucker. I'm telling you what. Tropical fruit juice, catty cat pee. So I'm getting like almost Simcoe vibes as opposed to Mosaic. But a little bit of catty cat pee on it, a little bit of grapefruit, but there's a decent amount of tropical fruit in there. I mean, it's just rich fruit forward. Yeah. It smells more Simcoe-like than Mosaic to me. With that little bit of cattiness going on. So I kind of dig that. A little bit of that cattiness kind of leads into a subtle little dankiness. And then there's this nice kind of soft, under-ripened, not overly sweet kind of tropical fruit going on. I mean, it just smells like an absolute banger. Let's dive in. Cheers. Old school. It's a West Coast IPA with East Coast influence is what we have going on here, because it definitely, that taste leads a little bit more into a little piney ranky-danky, but nothing too crazy. The green comes off a little evergreen, but with like a little grass clipping, a little weed pulling kind of weediness on it. The other end of things, you have this little bit more sweet than I thought it would be based off a nose, but not overly sweet kind of tropical fruitiness. A little bit of kind of caramelized kind of pineapple tropical fruit kind of thing going on in this kind of tight, drinkable package. It's got the mouthfeel has a density to it that you know you're drinking something of substance, but at the same time, it's super drinkable. And when you get that kind of fruited portion of the show that's not overly sweet, and then you get that nice kind of like slightly punny kind of danky thing on the other end of things, that does not suck. But yeah, it's absolutely tasty beer. And let's put it this way, a unique beer from Fox Farm, and that I haven't had a beer like this from them. A lot of the hazies I've had, a lot of the beers that I've had, have been kind of outside of the super, I want to really choose my words carefully here, not predictable, kind of mainstream haze, you know. And I'm not saying that this is all in on that kind of mainstreamy kind of like, I've had this beer from before from other breweries, but it's more in that vein. And most of the Fox Farm beers I've had have been utterly unique, even though they're in that new school kind of hazy, in that new school kind of table beer, in that new school whatever kind of format. This one's a little bit more kind of familiar. Doesn't diminish from its awesomeness. It's just unique in that aspect, at least from my experience, from my limited, when I'm probably about 15 Fox Farm beers deep so far. Ultra well made. Love that play between that green kind of weedy danky thing and then that nice kind of under-ripened kind of tropical fruit, pineapple kind of thing. I dig the Crushable Mouthfeel. Just another really, 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 really good beer. Let's put it that way. Anyway, let's talk about it. Is this one of the better hazies? Hazy IPA? What do they call it? Do they call it IPA or Pale Ale? Yeah, they call it IPA. One of the better hazy IPAs I've had as of late, yes. It's almost default. At this point, because I have not had anything that was less than stellar from Fox Farm, and that's not me just kind of like just stroking egos because I think they're a cool brewery. I just think they're a cool brewery because they make such consistently delicious stuff. But yeah, awesome stuff. Just delicious, chuggable, drinkable. All the words I want to throw out there in a really fun, slightly familiar, but still epically made kind of package. So let's talk about it. One of the better? Yes. Value and availability? No idea. If you guys want to chime in, let me know what's what when it comes to Fox Farm. I assume it's brewery only. Hopefully it's less than $20 a 4-pack. And leave you with, if you like what you like this beer, if you like hazies. I mean, if you like good beer, if you like, let's put it this way. I've said this before, but if you're like that curmudgeon, it's like hazies are dumb. But every now and then you have a hazy, like, you probably like this one. Let's put it that way. So there you go. Another outdoor review in the books. It is fallish weather. This dude is happy. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the podcasting stuff. Thank you very much, Stephen, for this beer. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a good beer right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.